Hey everyone, this is Tim, your professor. I'm giving a quick overview of the fifth and final module. It's titled Investing in Families and Communities, and in Communities. There's two primary objectives. The first has to do with family-centered help-giving practices and learning how these might be applicable to your own context. The second is you'll be working on your final PowerPoint presentation. You'll be getting, you'll do some revisions, but also getting some feedback on the presentation. And those tie directly to the two assignments here. So there's a reflection piece and then the final part 3 of your signature assignment. And again, everything's due in April 23rd by 5 p.m. Before I go over the assignments, I'm going to give you just a quick overview of some of the readings and viewings for this module. So we'll be talking about academic parent-teacher teams. It's a concept that has been developed by people working here within the Teachers College about how to better engage parents and in things like parent-teacher conferences and kind of night workshops during the night. So what you'll have to do is you'll read and watch the following two, you'll read this article and watch this clip of an example of what an academic parent-teacher team looks like. And then as you do that, think about how this is different and reflect on how the ideas and how they might help create a stronger parent-teacher relationship. Then you're going to go and continue to think about this sort of parent-teacher relationship, but we're going to center family help-giving practices. So what you'll do is you'll read pages 13 to 26 from the following PDF here. And as you read, think about a classroom you've personally experienced and consider how and whether that classroom meets the suggestions and pay particular attention to the checklist here. And think about how it meets those suggestions and there's kind of the criteria that's set out in this article. So go ahead and do that. Then you'll draw on this information to work through your participation assignment for Module 5. In this, you'll so drawing on that past information, you'll also go ahead and read Section 4, Schools That Work and Schools That Don't, in your Elephant in the Playground book. So we're going to come back to the book. As you read, you're going to take notes on these prompts here, and the actual activity or the assignment requires you to write a 2 to 3 page double-spaced reflection on these questions up here that you took notes on. So I'm particularly interested in this third prompt, which says, what suggestions might you make to teachers in schools for improved relationships? So you'll be drawing on all the readings you did for this module. What I really want to point out, though, is this is the grading rubric. You should be able to see this, and you'll know exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm looking primarily at the content and the formatting. So this is our final week of APA. You should have a handle on APA. If you don't, reach out to me and we can talk about it. But I'm also looking equally at the content and how well your ideas are organized and expressed and whether they're clear and concise. So please take a look at the rubric, and that will really help you on your overall score. Then the final thing is our third part of the signature assignment. This is the feedback and revision section of the signature assignment. I'll let you read through the directions, but I just want to pull out some key points. So what you'll do is you'll present your presentation to an audience. You'll need to have at least 5 people in the audience, and each individual member of your group will then write a short reflection on that audience or on your presentation and about this third part of your assignment. But also, in part of this assignment, you'll have an audience that will give you some feedback. So you'll take that feedback into your short reflection. All of this gives more specific details about what you should do, the steps to complete. But again, I want to point out the the rubric again. So there is 3 sections to this rubric. The first is the response/feedback. This is what your audience will be providing to you in regards to your presentation. So you'll have to include that link and that information so I can see it. And then on your specific reflection summary, this is mostly the content. So this reflection summary, I'm going to be grading primarily on the content. So you'll want to make sure you follow this rubric, and so you'll know exactly where your writing meets on the grading scale. And finally, I'll be also looking at the organization and grammar, making sure you're following APA. Okay, that's all. Once you finish this last part, submit it. I will grade it, and we'll be done with this course. If you have any questions, again, please reach out to me, and I'd be happy to add clarification or answer those if I can. Thanks so much.